WWE snatched defeat from the jaws of victory at Sunday's The Horror Show at Extreme Rules pay-per-view. The card was interesting and had a chance to lay an epic foundation for SummerSlam, the second biggest show of the year. Superstars known for putting on amazing matches put on amazing matches. But the finishes to certain bouts botched all potential and momentum. Certain matches, like the Rey Mysterio vs. Seth Rollins encounter in an eye for an eye match, that had the potential to be a fun, pre-taped cinematic encounter with a goofy wrestling finish. And while some of the action briefly flirted with dream match status between a modern great and a legend like the Master of the 619, a miserable finish derailed things. To close out the weirdly stipulated contest, Rollins again hit Mysterio in the eye with a steel staircase. As if that wasn't silly enough, the veteran acted like he lost an eye, an announcer mentioned, "It's out," and Rollins then puked. It was an impossible stipulation to pull off a proper finish with if it wasn't a cinematic match, and the fact that Rollins was forcefully vomiting and the paramedics on the scene didn't appear ready despite knowing the stipulation beforehand was about as cringeworthy as it gets. And that was just the beginning for bad finishes. Fast forward to the Raw Women's title match between Asuka and challenger Sasha Banks. A superb in-ring match is expected with plenty at stake over the long term for the latter given the dynamic with her partner, fellow tag champ and SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley going into SummerSlam. Instead, things got wickedly goofy at the end of the match, with the referee taking Asuka's green mist to the face, Bayley stealing and donning the official's striped shirt and giving the boss a 3 count to win the title. Nobody from the back intervened and suddenly a pay-per-view match technically featuring every top women's title outright was a messy no contest. In other words, no dynamic potential rift between the two friends heading into SummerSlam on August 23 and no strong finish for either match contender. Despite the potential for some engaging developments, a messy finish that smells like a Raw ratings grab for the upcoming Monday show, when WWE will likely call off the finish, call for a rematch right away or something else. And then there was the Wyatt Swamp Fight between Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, a disaster of a mostly boring affair compared to the expectations set by previous cinematic encounters featuring names such as Undertaker, John Cena and others. Which isn't to say there weren't some great moments, such as the Alexa Bliss appearance. But the bar was set so high by other superstars in these positions that the mystical presence of Wyatt, Strowman's past and the inevitable appearance of the Fiend created similar expectations. But it just didn't deliver.